Welcome back to the Rockin Around the Wundertre podcast. I'm your host, as always, Riker Taylor, and I'm here with my boy Alex Masterson.
Yep.
Alex is a Wundertre veteran. He's been with us for 5 years. We just celebrated 5 years full time, like 3 weeks ago. So he's seen a lot, done a lot. All of you, if you're watching this and you're a client, you know who Alex is. Or if you followed us for any significant amount of time on social media, you know who Alex is. So he's the man. Yeah, let's just dive right onto it. So, Alex, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got here and what you do and your family and all the things?
Yeah, well, thanks for the introduction. It's been about 5 years since I've been here at Wundertre. I've started off with just kind of a proficiency in graphic design. It's kind of branched itself off into video and web and all things kind of digital and design. I always tell people my job is I paint pretty pictures for a living to make things look good. And so that's kind of the basic gist of it. I've got a wife and a kid and a slew of animals at our house, and we kind of moved out to the country pretty recently, so we're living the life that we want to live, and I enjoy doing what I'm doing. So,
heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Tell us a fun fact or unexpected skill that you might have.
Oh, I got a few of those. Big gamer nerd, over the top a lot of times. That's not so fun. That's just kind of a personal fact. But big movie buff, love content of shows and movies and things like that. Big into superheroes and all that jazz.
Big into hypothetical questions.
Big into hypothetical questions.
Yes.
I live for them, as you can tell, I'm sure.
Yes.
I think in my email footer, my thing is a hot dog, a sandwich.
Yes.
So,
in his email footer, it's literally a hypothetical question.
I live for that. A fun fact is, you know how people could turn their eyelids outwards?
Yes.
I could turn mine in.
I would ask you to demonstrate, but
Yeah,
I kind of don't want.
You're not gonna see it on camera, but I can do it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's
Have
not
you
something
ever
I
shared
do.
that
No,
before?
probably not.
Yeah.
It's not something I'm like proud of necessarily. I used to do it a lot as a kid,
Okay.
and the older I got and the more I did it, the more it hurt.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I only do it on very rare occasions. But there's a fun fact.
Okay. Yeah,
very
that
strange.
is something I've been with you for 5 years and didn't know that.
Yep.
So that's crazy.
Yep.
All right. Well, rapid fire questions. You know these because you wrote all these.
That's right.
But what's your favorite holiday movie?
So that's a trick question, kind of. I know this is all about Christmas-y themes, but right about fall and winter time, one of my biggest things to watch, or Morgan and I are big on this, is a show called Over the Garden Wall. And so it's not a movie, but it's a show that we traditionally watch every year around this time. And then the trick part of this question is that if I did have to pick a movie, it's Die Hard. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
I've never actually seen Die Hard.
Okay, you just wanted to say it. I knew that was coming, dude. I knew that was coming. Okay, what's an actual holiday movie that you might like that too? I've never heard of Over the Garden Wall, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a TV show. It's actually got Elijah Wood in it. I'm giving him a big shout out right now because it's on its 10-year anniversary. So it's a big show. Great kids show. Great show for adults. It's got a lot of deep meaning in it. But if it's a movie, Elf is great. I can't ever decide if I like what is that Tim Burton movie?
The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't ever decide if The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say
in
that when you said it was a trick question. That's what you were going to say. It was The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's my real answer about that. But I do like me some Elf. I like the Santa Claus. Everything else can kind of. It'll be on. You know what? I did have an answer prepped for this. It's not a movie, but something that really brings up a childhood thing is any Peanuts Christmas special. Those hit me right in the feelings. Yeah. But yeah, that's a lot of answers for one.
We play a lot of that for Haven, the Peanuts specials.
Yes.
In general, not just the Christmas ones, but the Great Pumpkin and all the different ones. Yeah,
yeah, those are
for
great.
sure. Cool. Holiday shopping done earlier or last minute?
Last minute. Never fails. I've been thinking about it for 2 weeks now of how I'm going to get somebody something, and I know it will be the last minute before. Yeah. Or maybe Black Friday. It just kind of depends. Like, it just depends on where we're in the zone.
Is cereal a soup? Why not?
It is a soup.
Okay.
Contrary to what everybody else, except for Chris, I think, said.
Yes.
It is a soup because it's about the contents that make it. Um, do you put noodles and liquid into make a soup? Yes. Think of your cereal. Think of what is it? Cinnamon Toast Crunch as a pasta noodle. It's basically as a lasagna noodle that just tastes like cinnamon. Think about it like that.
Fair enough. Okay. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
You said cats earlier. I tend to typically agree with that, but I think that's kind of like that's an obvious answer. That I think this is an interesting one that kind of just popped into my head. Giraffes. 100%.
Giraffes would be rude because they look looking down on everybody.
They like looking down on everybody. They might be a little snooty.
Yeah, okay.
I think giraffes definitely would be.
Dude, all right, rude. Yeah. Is water wet or does it make other things wet?
Water is wet. Water. I used to be the opposite. I used to be on the opposite camp of this, but somebody swayed my opinion by saying, what makes something wet? The property of water clinging to it. What clings to water if it's not water?
Fair enough. Okay.
Hydrogen molecules can, touching each other. That makes water wet. Chemistry
with Wundertre, everybody.
That's right.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses. I think that question's been pretty unanimous all across
that's
the
not
board.
A single person has gone the other direction.
No, I think everybody's... that question was asked a lot for a long time, and then people realized, oh, no, a really big duck would be a really big problem.
Yes, a really big duck would be a really big problem. Yes. Ducks might be one of the rudest animals too.
Ducks are different types of rude though.
Yeah.
Ducks would be like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? A giraffe would be like, oh, I'm too good for you kind of thing. But a duck would be like, it'd be like walking into the hills have eyes. Yeah. You might die.
But. Yeah. Jeez. Okay. If you had to pick one utensil to use forever, would it be a spoon or a fork?
Spoon, 100%.
Okay.
I know that. I think that only got asked one other time.
Yes,
but
that's why I asked them.
That's a safe bet. You can't eat soup. You can't eat cereal with a fork. You can eat anything that you would eat with a fork with a spoon, though, most of the time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
See, I didn't even know. I'm gonna be honest. That one was a ChatGPT generated one. That's a tough question.
Yeah, that's
I actually don't know the
AI.
answer.
Yeah, now that you say that, I'm like, God, that would be a ChatGPT question.
Yes. I think I'd confident. I don't know. Caitlin kind of threw a loop in it was when she said advent calendars having doors on them. I wanted by default say wheels. Because not everything has doors that has wheels.
But not everything has doors.
Has doors.
Yeah. Because like houses have doors. They have lots of doors.
Yeah.
There are no wheels on a house.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of interior doors and exterior doors.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
That is a tough question. ChatGPT would probably know the answer though.
Yeah, I want to see.
If you could be any kitchen appliance, which one would you be and why?
That's such a loaded question, but a mixer. Everybody loves the mixer, right?
Yes.
You can't go wrong with it. It's pretty easy to use. It's easy to get along with, and they never break.
You say that, and all of our mixers are gonna break now.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not. I can't think of anything that's more. I mean, I guess you could say like a cast iron skillet, but those are kind of high maintenance. Yeah, I'd go mixer.
If you could only eat one color of food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, when that got asked originally, my default response was yellow.
Okay.
I don't know why. I like eggs, lemons,
eggs, bananas.
You kind of get a wide
pasta.
range.
You could get away with pasta, and
you get a pretty decently wide range of things.
Okay.
With the yellow category, I know people said like green, but
Allison said green because she was being virtuistic. I'm trying to say she ate salad, but
and I think Chris said red.
Yeah.
But the problem with red is he was like, you can use it for beef, but does that mean that you can't cook it because then it's not red anymore?
Yeah, I think in his mind, you could cook it because it starts off as red. But that's a nuance to the question.
That's the hard part about that question is like, if it changes, like if a banana went rotted and I could make banana bread with it, could I still use a banana because it was originally yellow?
Yeah.
Tough question.
Enough. Yeah. Okay. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes or no?
I said a rotted banana. I hope nobody's using rotted bananas for their thing. What was that question?
Sorry. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Defend your answer.
That was another thing that I've recently been swayed on. Yes, it does. definitely. I will say we tried a pizza. I gave it a shot. That's been my big thing, is give it a shot. If it's paired with the right thing. I think if it's just pineapple, no.
Okay. A question I haven't asked anybody: is it better to put the milk in before or after the cereal?
After.
Okay.
I don't know what psychopath does it before.
Yep. Fair enough. Okay. What's the most useless superpower you'd like to have?
Limited flight.
Limited flight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
The
I would.
ability to just go a little bit at a time.
Yeah, like, you know how, like,
That's funny.
You know, geese have to stop and rest every now and then, but it's kind of the theory is I'd still like to fly. I think flying's
That's
really
funny,
cool.
dude. Limited flight.
But
it's
at
so
least
niche.
it's flight. It is very niche.
Yeah.
If you could fly all the time, there's no downside to that. You just fly, right?
Okay.
So I think limited flight.
Okay. If you could switch lives with any cartoon character, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Shout out to Adventure Time, Finn the Human. He has a stretchy dog. He has some cool things that go on in his life. He lives in a tree house.
Yeah.
And crazy, wacky things just happen. So I'd say Finn from Adventure Time, 100%.
If you had to choose between always being sticky or always being itchy, which would you pick? Also a question I've not asked anybody else.
Oh, gosh. Sticky.
Okay.
I could deal with sticky because it's not annoying.
Yes.
After a certain point, I'm sure you'd get used to it. Being itchy is something you have to fix all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you think aliens would be more scared of us or us of them?
Us of them.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. If you were a sandwich, what kind of sandwich would you be?
Turkey, American cheese, lettuce, spinach, banana pepper, jalapeno.
Okay.
And Chipotle. What is the sauce? Some kind of Chipotle sauce.
ranch, yeah.
That's my Subway order.
Okay.
Shout out.
So this past year, what's one of your most proud or favorite moments from this past year?
Definitely there's a bunch, honestly, but honestly the way that the team has grown, and we've seen a lot of external growth that people can also feel, has been really awesome to witness, and it's made everybody a little bit better at their job, I think, is the grand scheme of things, and that's always been my big goals.
For sure.
You can do your job so everybody else can do theirs.
Sure. Brief holiday wishes to clients, people, all that stuff.
Yep. Thank you so much for being a part of our team. As much as we don't see you guys as we see people around the office, it's been super nice to have a connection with all the clients that we have. And that's been my biggest thing, is just getting to know people. And so as much as y'all aren't around, we still consider all of our clients part of the family. And I think that's been a big thing. So we want to wish you happy holidays, just like we would wish our own family that.
For sure. Well, that's my boy Alex. Always appreciate your answers to these fun questions and all the things. Thanks for taking the time to do this. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, I think this kind of concludes, if we go in the order we filmed these. Alex's is the last one, so maybe this will be the last one. I don't know. We'll see how we post them. But thank you for watching these and keeping up with us and getting to know the team on a more and deeper level. And we'll catch you in the next one.
That's right.
Peace.